The ball is coming up and everything.
There you are. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
I'm not much of a dancer, actually. I think a noble would make for a better choice. Bound to know their way around a ballroom.
Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Dear Diary, the good news is that someone asked me to the ball. The bad news is that I've never seen their face and don't know their name. I initially said no, but Raphael told me it was that girl Edelgard from the Black Eagle House. But it might be my best option. Claude keeps making fun of me and saying, oh, Ignatz will probably end up going to the ball with Professor Wylet. I wish he weren't so mean to me. Besides, if I did that, Sylvain would be crushed.
This is our last occasion to speak. I am ordered to be leaving.
Wait, that's a familiar speech pattern.
Follower of an evil god.
Unnecessary INGs. Wait, is this an honest-to-goodness Brigid mage? It's canon? It's canon.
Professor, you have perceived my excellence. Good. But you are not the only person trying to recruit me. I would be happy to join your class, if you are offering.
Well, happy? That's not an emotion we do. We need some of
You
that.
would say that. I look forward to learning under you. You will
We
soon
don't
see
really
how
do a whole
superior
lot
I
of
am
that.
to Edelgard.
And then there's the White Heron Cup. Sheesh. What poor sap are you enlisting to represent our house, Teach? I think Hilda or Lawrence would be able to win it for us, no problem.
Choose me. I'm a pro.
Wait, you want to do it? No, you're out then.
Aw, I was really getting excited for it.
I would consider it an honor to represent our class.
Again, wanting to do it, not really what
By
we're all
means,
about.
Take your time and think it over.
Who's gonna represent our class? I can do it if you haven't picked someone else.
Still a little too enthusiastic. I might pick that guy in the background, though. Look at those moves.
Oh, really?
So, Professor, who will be representing our class?
You're a little too happy.
No worries, really. I'd rather see a beautiful person dancing instead of some goof like me.
What is a White Heron Cup anyway? What? A dance competition? That's terrifying! We need a representative for our class? Please, anyone but Bernie!
Now this is the energy that really represents the Folden Deer.
You're just trying to humiliate me, aren't you?
That's what everyone says. We got some class changes to start things off. Here is Dorothea the Soldier. What kind of stats does she get? A single point of strength.
You, Professor.
Not a compliment.
I'm so glad I passed.
Here is Warrior Mercy.
I have succeeded.
Warrior Flane.
Of course I passed.
Warrior Hanneman.
That's a nice result.
And Monk Shamir.
Was there ever any doubt?
Ooh, here's Cavalier Balthus, ready to jump the gun on Bow Knight a little bit. And it's time for Wyleth's paralogue.
She's hiding something, that much is clear. I hate not knowing what's going on. Okay, that's it. Let's gather the others and get to the bottom of this.
You want to follow our teacher? What a pain. Ugh. What is it now? Those hungry wolves. That howl must have riled them up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We have no choice but to fight our way out. Give it your all.
It was the right move for us to follow Teach. But however you look at it, we're in a tough spot now.
Wolves, hawks, not to mention a demonic beast guarding the canyon's entrance. We should never have come here.
But what's a demonic beast doing here? Is it a stray?
Wait, Stray, someone call Felix.
I stand ready.
Alright, first things first, we're going to have Lawrence run away. He has a key to that chest. Now, Lysithea has the capability to break down one of these barriers, at least. Not a whole ton of damage output. She is going to tank a decent amount of damage. That puts a little wrinkle in our plans, since that was with Armored Blow, I think. So we really need to break down all these barriers now, or Lysithea's in a bad way. Claude can reach to the back with Thyrsis.
I expected as much.
Your expectations are right where they should be then, Claude, because that was terrible. Marianne has Curved Shot equipped, so her strength is high enough to literally deal damage through these barriers, and that's all it takes. So, mission accomplished, I guess? Balthus, the premature Bow Knight, is here. Will deal a little more damage to crack down that barrier in front of Lysithea. And now we just need one more. Let's have Ignatz come on in and get this party really going. Couple punches mean that we will be safe through the round. And now Hilda can just zap away with a Thoron. Ooh, gets to the max battalion level there, gets a little more magic damage. Raphael is going to keep on attacking with that bow. Looks like he can break down the health bar. And do so a little melodramatically. Calm down there. Poison Strike breaks on through to the next health bar. Let's see. Leone can help Lysithea out a little and get herself to level 20. Her skill levels aren't really where they need to be for her to get an advanced class, but look at her speed, though. We can be impressed with that, at least. Wyleth has to take this wolf on her lonesome. She gets a dodge, so she can keep it up at least for a little. We have to get rid of this wolf that is in our way. Looks like Claude isn't fast enough to double it with wind, so we'll send a Sagittae at it. We do have to worry about counterattacks now, but it should be down pretty fast. Hilda takes it down to 24. Ignatz can probably just get it down the rest of the way. Yeah, 12, 2 times at 100% hit rate will do the job. Now we can run everyone on forward to join the fight with Wyleth, much to their chagrin. And Wyleth will come on back here and force it to target her, since there's some people we want to move forward that we would prefer not to have targeted. Lawrence gets that knowledge gem, finding the first bit of knowledge any of the Folden Deer have gained while enrolled. Cyclone coming for Wyleth, that just whiffed completely. That is why we had him target her. Claude will just draw back Leone, a far more relevant unit. And Raphael will start mining this wolf for minerals, which isn't really how things work, but he's the Dark Mage. I guess we'll listen to him. Okay, Lysithea, come on in. Axe down that barrier, just a couple more to go, and then the other one that is coming for us. Marianne dealing damage with gauntlets. What is this?
It's starting to make sense.
Is it, though? I really don't know that you're right about that, Marianne, but I like the confidence. Ooh, Balthus can break down this barrier and the health bar at the same time. Fancy. There it goes. We get the Woot Steel, and we can even reposition a little bit with his newfound Canto. Leone is also not fast enough to double this. That's a little bit surprising. I guess we'll just go for a little bit of damage, conserving some spell slots with just a fire, and then we'll reposition. Lawrence is going to come around the back. Wyleth, how much damage can you put out? 25. gets back in the forest in case that wolf wants to attack her. She actually gets hit this time and is angry about it. We'll get her back to the heal tile. And let's see. She should probably target this one. It'll be the hardest for the students to get to. Down goes another barrier. Marianne can move in to hit this one. As we established, she can deal literal damage with her gauntlets, which is enough to break through a magic barrier. Raphael has a lot of curved shotting to do. Looks like he won't quite crack down the health bar, but he will take the wolf out of the fight and take it to 1 HP on the health bar. Get more of that Woot Steel. It's a pretty hot commodity, so I'm glad we're able to farm it a little bit. Hilda takes this wolf down to 5. So we'll see if Lysithea can be teed up for the kill here. Oh dear. Well, good news is with Armored Blow, she survives that critical. But someone else is going to get to claim this kill. We'll move Balthus on up to get it with his lance. And he gets to level 18 for it. Is he still reading that Camus? No, he put it down for a second. Picking up that lance must have been the strength training he needed. You really do. You have a lot of terrible levels to make up for. Claude can get right into range to actually attack it. So we'll just let him train up his faith with Nosferatu. Break down that health bar. And then the real damage dealers can come on in. Here is Ignatz. Just going with the steel axe. We need him to work on his axes a little bit if he's going to get in the sky and fly away. Leone. Just a Bolganone. Light it up. Make it easy to finish off. And Lawrence, we need you to get into the fight at some point. Lila heals up a little bit. We'll move Marianne over so that she gets extra XP out of this chip damage. Ooh, 6.
This might be my limit.
Lysithea, you need to be in melee. If you're going to finish this thing off, smash it with the Iron Axe, and that is exactly enough. The best kind of enough for Lysithea.
My efforts are paying off.
Well, can't really complain about defense on our armor units. Leone will move up and heal Lysithea up, and then we'll reposition for the incoming wave. Why was it looking at Lawrence? Did it eat his shirt? Is that what's going on here?
Great, more hawks. Those feathery jerks are trying to take us out from both sides.
The ones that spawned over here are only on one side. What does Claude know that we don't? Assault troop going down hits both of those birds. That'll make it a little easier to mine all of the ore out of them.
I'm here to help.
Absorption out of Lysithea. We'll take out a few more barriers. So that one is broken down, and we have 2 more that we need to deal with on that bird. Lawrence is still in danger from that wolf, but the bird isn't counterattacking yet, so he can just punch through. Marianne can get in close enough to curved shot down this final barrier. And she gets the hit. Excellent. So now those birds are out of the fight. We can attack them to our heart's content. And I think Lawrence is tough enough to survive that wolf. So we'll just focus fire on these birds, and Claude really means it, because he is going to crit down that health bar and leave that one on the precipice of death. Here comes Raphael. He's actually going to use magic to fry the giant chicken here. And the poison strike goes down. I guess he didn't cook it right. Balthus remembered that against flying enemies you use bows, so he's going to deal a tremendous amount of damage, more than we've ever seen a Folden Deer do outside of a Wylith crit. Ignatz isn't carrying a bow because he's not allowed to, but that hand axe will do a decent impression of one. And Leone will just heal up Lysithea. How nice. Oh, now they're coming from both sides. You were a little early on that comment, Claude. Attack on Lawrence. And they don't successfully roll the natural 20 to crit Lawrence down, so we're okay for the next round. We do probably want to kill these birds. Looks like Marianne has a chance to do it. There she goes. It was. It's not helpful that you didn't get a level out of it, even though you're standing next to Wylith. Here, Lysithea, you got another chance. And even though it had a 69% hit chance and critted you, it can't break through.
Steady now.
Lawrence also has a bow, but he wants to get personal revenge. Enough of this nonsense, he says, and that is more than about the fight with the bird. It is just his existential angsty cry. Ignatz thinks it is amazing that he can combine commentary and fighting.
Here's an idea.
An idea? Okay, I guess that wasn't too ambitious just to identify it as an idea. Leveling up that battalion a little bit, boosting both his magic and his physical strength. He gets the Wood Steel out of the mammal.
That helps.
And now Claude can come and help out, get the XP boost from being near Wylith. Gets the entire 10 XP. Wonderful. Balthus, just come on up here and see what you can do with the Killer Lance. Well, that wasn't really a do or die situation. It was do or do more later kind of thing. Wylith, move on up here and use your signature pointy stick passed down for generations. More birds closing in, and the wolf realized it should probably fight back. Now then, Marianne, you've got some arson to do. And looks like Constance successfully armed the explosives, and they take out all the barriers on that bird. So we're in the clear to focus all of our attention, or most of it anyway, on the wolf. There goes another 10 damage from Claude. Hilda, come on in. Take your shot with Thoron. Takes it down to 8. And who better to finish it off than the one that took the brunt of the punishment, Lawrence. Sharpshooter gets it. And he gets to level 18 and masters the Brawler class.
I'm still not satisfied.
You really should be, both strength and defense. What you shouldn't be satisfied with is the ability you get from mastering Brawler. Just not worth it. Get the pointy stick hit in there from Wylith. And now Lysithea can go in and get this huge amount of damage, but it's just breaking down a health bar. Good. More avoidance on our armor unit. Raphael, you've got a training bow that needs some use. You didn't need the extra XP, Raphael, but you're going to take it for yourself.
You're relentless.
That's quite some initiative, and Lysithea can see the sociopathy from here. Wylith's defense not strong enough just to tank that, but she has enough HP and enough defense and speed such that she's not just dead. Oh, look at that.
More hawks? The air's swarming with those feathered freaks. Let's get them before we fight the beast.
Well, yes, they're here and the beast isn't. Oh, what did you think we were going to do?
No time like the present.
So he's going to use electric attacks on these birds. I guess they are good at type matching where Claude's from. Balthus, let's see, you've got a Fusillade. This wolf is actually the stronger attacker. So let's make sure we can break that down. Good hit on the Fusillade will make our job a lot easier. Now, Hilda, I think we can use you just to break down an individual barrier. We want to save some of our good gambits for the final beast. Lawrence, fire away, take it to 6, break down another barrier. Lysithia, move on in, just crack it down with an axe. Just a smash to ensure we hit a little more. There we go. Okay, now we have a zone of relative safety, assuming Marianne can hit, which she can 100% of the time. There we go. Okay, now the only attacker we have are a couple of birds on the periphery that most of us can avoid. Ignatz, go on in with the gauntlets. You don't need a bow to deal a whole huge load of damage. Leone, looks like, can just break this down with the weakest of her spells, Nosferatu. Raphael, time to use magic. Yeah. Okay then, Wylith might as well deal a lot of damage. She's going to be spending her time taking down these birds. She says, it's good target practice. 135 damage, unthinkable. Happy just watches from the sidelines. Indeed it is.
I still have much to learn.
That's the understatement of the run.
That was amazing.
No, Hilda willing to be a cheerleader for everybody on this squad. Balthus's defenses are strong enough to weather these attacks. And now we are pretty well closed in. We gotta open some things up. We'll move Wylith in over here. She can make short work of this remaining bird in the corner. That makes that a little easier to deal with. Let's have Ignatz blow some things up. It should work because the hit rate is 100%. It literally could not go wrong. There we go. And Ignatz gets the mithril. Now we just have a couple of barriers on that bird to deal with, but we want to kill this wolf. We can probably find a way to tank some bird strikes if we can make the wolf just dead. Lawrence, crack on through here. Didn't need to do that, but wanted to show us extra noble style. Not sure we have the firepower left to actually kill that wolf. So let's have Hilda give us a little bit of insurance. 50 more HP left on it.
Huh, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Hilda, have you looked at your stats? You might be our best unit, aside from maybe Ignatz. The contenders are you, Ignatz, and Leone. You know that, right? Marianne smashing on through. Okay, fine. Our best unit is Wylith, but that's, like, illegal to say.
I pale in comparison to my allies.
Now then. Balthus can take this down to the point where Raphael can probably finish things off. We get a little HP back that will ensure that a bird probably can't kill Balthus. Probably. We'll run back here. Raphael, stand in the way of birds getting too far over. And we can just use a Bolganone. I think our magic is pretty accurate. There we go. And Raph gets to level 19.
Making my muscles proud.
Ooh, your magic muscles in your brain. Alright, Lysithea. Go ahead and use the bow for more damage. Take it down to 2 HP left on this health bar.
Aha, I'm getting it.
And now who we've got left is Leone. Offensively, she can only hit this one. So we'll go in with a training sword, since Leone has certain sword classes in her future. Okay, maybe leaving those barriers intact wasn't the greatest idea. We have a bunch of people frozen in place, but they're not dead. So in some sense, the gambit succeeded. Claude is going to try and make things work here from as far away as he can get. Marianne is going to go with the standard I literally dealt damage to you treatment, and says she can go above and beyond as well and deal almost double-digit damage. Lysithea, just smash on through with your iron axe. Ooh, with the crest, you get to double digits, I suppose, just to show off to Marianne. That's not very nice. Curve shot from Raphael will take out the final barrier. Level up that battalion. And now it is a sitting duck, as it were. Balthus has enough damage output that he doesn't even need to get the effective shot, and just gets a crit anyway.
You did it!
He says he can be effective with ineffective weapons. He, I guess, is back to that weird philosophy stuff because he wants to talk about what the nature of effectiveness is. Happy gets a level.
Better, could have been worse.
Could have been a lot better. Not that much worse.
Heart, not my head.
Remember, lift with your heart, not your head. I don't know what that advice is supposed to mean, Happy. Anyway, we'll have Hilda fire away with the iron bow. And Ignatz can finish things off real easy. The picture is of a dead bird. I honestly don't think I would decorate my room with that, but more power to you, Ignatz. You have. You got more strength. That's what you need.
I'm impressed.
Me too, Hilda.
Thank you.
Heal Wyleth up a little bit, because Leone is that selfless. And just the final beast left. So let's get repositioned so that Marianne can draw out the beast, do a little bit of healing, and start things off. Oh, look at that! Marianne even got in a little bit of damage. Now, we do have a few good gambits left. Balthus can nail the Fusillade 100% of the time, so that'll be a good way to break down some of these back barriers. Alright. Hilda still has her group flames left, so she can take the barriers down the rest of the way. Okay, now we have free reign to do whatever we would like, and we get a free Umbral Steel. Bulganone coming down from Leone, fast enough to double on this one. Get more magic attack out of that Nouvelle battalion. Claude can close in and double with wind. That looks like our best option at the moment.
Like Miquelon? No, it's not possible.
It literally is possible. I don't know how you knew to rule it out. Lysithea, come on in with your bow. gets her battalion to max level. Every point of that attack power counts with units like Marianne and Lysithea. Looks like it's weak to axes, so Marianne can actually deal a decent amount of damage here. We need to helm split with the training axe still to deal 14. That's enough for Marianne to get to level 18.
I wonder how much more I can learn.
Well, look at your strength score, compare it to Raphael's, and there's your answer.
Is such a small change truly an improvement?
Yes, your strength now matches Marianne's. Bow shot coming in from Lawrence. And bow shot coming in from Raphael. Let's compare. Using a training bow instead of an iron one, he dealt an equivalent amount of damage to Lawrence. Now, Ignatz can't quite finish it off with the gauntlets, but the axe looks like he will take down that health bar. And it is down to the last one before Wyleth even gets her attack in. So she will take out that pointy stick, and can she get a crit dealing 23? We know what happens then.
It has no will or mind to call its own. You must now strike it down.
You know, that sounds like something
That's
Claude
the best
said.
you can hope to offer this poor lost soul.
One hit and we missed the crit, so no funny for us today. Alright. Hilda, come on back and use curved shot, not drawback, you troll. Claude can come on next to Hilda so that he'll deal a little more damage or a lot more damage if we get the crit. There goes 24, and 8 takes it down to 22. Claude pretty close to level 20. We'll get some experience out of healing as many people as we can before finishing this thing off. And the axe will take it down to exactly 1 HP, but we'll let Lysithea get the final blow as she has on so many. That gets her to level 18.
There's still a long way to go.
If you're counting on that speed doing anything, yes.
My, things did not go as planned.
You know, Claude said that to me
Let us
too.
return before any more hawks or wolves join us. But what was that demonic beast doing within the Red Canyon?
Well, getting killed by the looks of it. By Lysithea, no less. Here we go with Ignatz and Raphael's paralogue. We'll get right into the action here, repositioning. Over on the right side, we have Raphael, Lysithea, Balthus. And here is Balthus just going nuts. And making things a lot simpler, getting rid of that mage with one attack.
Wait for my next brawl.
Well, you won't get an next brawl, but that extra point of strength will go a long way. We have Hilda, Claude, and Yuri rounding out this squad. Yuri is here since he has a really difficult paralogue that is coming up soon in an episode or two, perhaps.
Let's get to it.
Over on this side, we have Leone, Ignatz, Wyleth, Marianne, and Lawrence. So we have a lot of firepower over here, but we'll need to defend it. If we're going to get those merchants out alive, we need Wyleth to go over to that bridge literally on turn 1. Turn 2, I should say. We need to get her down here on turn 1 so she can draw out the guard of the bridge and make it possible to get there on turn 2. She gets a crit on that archer, so a lot of the firepower coming at us is down. Lawrence, it would be really nice if he could put out a little bit of damage on those that are coming to attack us. His primary function, though, is just to make sure there's not a surround on Wyleth completely. That it only comes down on a couple of her sides. We can move Marianne in as a distraction, and we'll see how this plays out. Great dodge there from Wyleth. Lysithea is here just to tank, so she can take those bow shots fine. The poison strike is probably the most concerning element of that. Punches coming in at Wyleth. We have Happy here to intercept 2 damage, which is as much as we can ask of the B team, I suppose. And our distraction tactics are working. 11 coming in at Lawrence. I think he's good to survive another attack here. What? 5% crit takes down Tank Lysithea on this side, so it looks like we'll have to redo some things. We'll have to reset the RNG so that we don't get nailed by that crit. Okay, back it on up. You have to go, not to the very beginning. We want to save Balthus's crit.
Sure thing.
So we'll put Lysithea in a new spot. Do a lot of the same things over here. Can Wyleth get this crit again? I don't think so, given that we are missing one of the steps we took. She gets a dodge anyway, so the result of her altercation with that sniper is the same. We'll still move Lawrence in here, equip his gauntlets, do a rushing blow, and hope that he gets this dodge again. There he goes. And we'll still move in Marianne to perform distraction duty. I don't know if it'll actually work. Wyleth misses a dodge there this time. And isn't getting any, but that Crest of Flames activation helps, and she dodges one of those 3 damage strikes. Not a trade I'd make particularly, but whatever. Ooh, critical 0. Always love to see it. Punch straight into the shield, Lawrence. That's how you do it. Great dodge there from Balthus and his horse. Oh, Marianne distraction duty worked. She tanks that little bit of damage. Now that wolf is coming in to kill some merchants, so we've got our work cut out for us, since I don't know that Wyleth will be able to attack if she goes and opens the bridge up for them. Leone can take out the armor unit, no problem. Ignatz is now close enough that he is in play. But in order to finish these things off, I think we need to expend Ignatz's explosives. And they actually worked, thank goodness. Okay, now we can move Wyleth in to let the merchants across. And Lawrence can play it super safe. Going for the fading blow this time. And Marianne, I think, can finish things off. Just a helm splitter on the training axe is enough to finish it off.
Was that helpful?
It was helmful, if you will. Claude, come on in with the wind. Mildly inconvenienced it. And now Hilda is going to present a major inconvenience. I'd say being dead is inconvenient. Lysithea can move up as the tank once again. We'll rally things, reposition, and get ready for the enemy phase. Another sniper coming in at Lysithea. Good dodge. Can't win them all. So we still get poison struck. And this one can't crit Lysithea, so no chance of failure there. Okay, the allies can't actually get across the bridge. And are standing in such a way that I can't block the wolf from killing them. Wonderful. We'll stride them away, but I think we're going to lose at least one no matter what.
Apologies.
Great. Lawrence, go and finish this one off. And then I think we can turn most of our attention up here. Balthus, try to hit with the Killer Lance. Okay, we get a hit, just a non-critical one. And we'll keep Balthus right there to provide some linked attack value. We'll actually take level 10 Yuri out in here He can deal a huge amount of damage. 99% chance to kill with the Night Healer here, and we land it.
Don't forget who you're dealing with.
Dealing with literally the weakest member of the squad. Or is he? His strength score is substantially higher than some units I know. Claude here can double with wind, but it's still not enough.
It could get
So
rough.
we'll have Lysithea move on up and claim the kill. 100% to finish it off. And you might have worked harder than Claude, if we're honest. A little bit of healing goes down, and now we get to the enemy phase. Marianne gets a crest activation on her counterpunch. Lysithea has no such luck, but does nail her counter, and gets to level 19.
My efforts are paying off.
Is your goal to be slightly faster than anticipated, but not in a useful way? If that's the case, then yes, your work is paying off. Alright, merchant down.
Oh no! Looks like we just lost one of the merchants.
Yeah, thanks for the update, Raphael. I'm literally right here watching it happen. And Ignatz saying other things we already knew. Okay, looks like they can get out of the wolf's reach now. A little late for that. Okay, Wylith is having a bit of a quarter-life crisis, it seems, so she's just going to run into the most dangerous spot she can find, say, I have a lot of dodge now that I'm in this thicket. What could go wrong? Lysithea stood up to two 69% chances to hit. Normally that's too hilarious to survive. Alright, Wylith's plan is working out so far, but a 35% gambit might be her undoing here. Good dodge there from Marianne, keeping her in the fight. And yeah, that gambit took her out. So I guess Wylith's ultimate recklessness only plan isn't going to work out. So we're going to have to run her over to join the rest of the squad. And I guess we can stride up Leonie and Lawrence now through the green units. Get her more of that avoid that she so desperately needed to accomplish her other plan in an alternate timeline. Leonie can fry up some Alliance soldier. And tee up Lawrence to get a kill here. We only needed one of those punches, and we got the first one. Okay, now we can gang up on this with Marianne, Lawrence, and Ignatz. Marianne has a pretty safe attack here. We want it to be somewhat accurate. Let's go for the smash on the steel axe. We missed the 62. Wonderful. Marianne might be in a bit of trouble here. I don't know that Ignatz can actually save her from that. She needs to land a crit in order to live. And Ignatz misses it. And now he might be dead. A lot easier than Marianne. So let's back up here. Okay. We want to be in a situation where Marianne can finish this one off. So Ignatz can land these hits. Oh, he gets a dodge there. So that's good. But Marianne, we need you to get the kill here. Smashed with the steel axe looks like it was our most accurate option. That's another miss.
Ready and willing.
There's a chance that'll work out, though. Let's see what we can do over here. Claude, go in with the wind. That double gets you up to level 20.
Progress suits me well.
Well, progress down that speed track. You must have been getting lessons from Petra, even though she's not in our class. Yuri's most accurate option is this axe. And it looks like Constance made a valiant effort, but not enough.
you sure?
So, well, apparently we shouldn't have been. Pull on back, Yuri. Lysithia, come on forward to tank. See if you can finish this off. You can 100% of the time.
Of course I won. I've got a grasp on this.
I would hope you can hang on to your axe. Heal coming down from Hilda. Takes her to level 19.
Don't expect much more than that.
Some of these students really know how to set the bar at a realistic level, and Hilda is doing a great job of that. We'll keep Balthus here to do a little bit of tanking of his own. Dodge tanking, that is. And this is a dangerous little pot of enemies. Oh, Marianne down. I guess we really do have to get a kill on that unit, or gambit it or something. Okay, it looks like everything was going right here in right squad. Guess that's why they call him that. So we'll just wait until we can hit that L trigger again. Yeah, run on out. Okay. So, everything right squad did worked out fine. So we'll just back up to Lawrence, killing that top soldier, and then maybe run through right squad's actions and see if that can help the RNG over with Marianne and Ignatz. Double down with Claude, get the same level.
Progress suits me well.
Again, making the same comment about progress. And Yuri, his luck might actually play out differently this time. So let's see if he can land this axe hit. Oh, he actually does that time. So he gets to level 11.
I'll never be satisfied.
Well, certainly not with that. You would need some strength to be satisfied. Pull on back here, Yuri. We'll do some healing and repositioning, get the same level on Hilda. Okay. We have another chance at this, Marianne. We absolutely need you to hit something. Anything, come on. This helm splitter with the training axe isn't it. Fine.
Ready anytime.
Okay, so we'll do Ignatz first. Well, wait, actually, we can trap this guy right here. And maybe Marianne can just tank with this amount of HP. And so if we don't attack, maybe we'll live. Yeah, it goes after Ignatz, and he can live through those attacks. So I guess the only way to win was not to play. Firing at Balthus, he doesn't get the dodge this time. The horse just not motivated through all those temporal anomalies. And now the squad in the middle just going every which way. Alright, yeah, get on out of here. You've seen enough.
Stay focused.
Wylith can move on in. I think we actually want to get started on some units over here. So let's curved shot this, make a little HP back.
I stand ready.
And get ready for somebody to be the tank out in front drawing some fire. It won't be Lawrence, but he gets to level 19.
I am still far from my best.
That's a pretty good one. If you got some defensive stats, I would call that primo level ups. But as it is, it's just very, very good, especially in comparison with the rest of the squad. Light him up, Leone.
I call that a win.
I would too. He's dead. I don't know how else you refer to that.
Can't get comfortable.
Well, certainly not. You're very restless, what with all that speed. Let's get Ignatz out of the way and have Marianne ready to tank. Claude can pretty safely approach this sniper and double it down. He gets the good dodge and is very hammy about it. Alright, Balthus, you gotta make sure this brawler isn't a problem. Okay, he nails the 65, which will keep them out of our hair for a little bit. So let's move over here, where Balthus can provide a little bit of linked attack value and not get killed by this sniper if Raphael misses. There you go, Raph.
Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Well, if you just pull up your stats, I could tell you.
Leave it to me.
Lysithea can go on in for the kill here with a Helm Splitter. Even gets the crest for extra overkill.
Got a grasp on this.
And she re-gets a grasp on Lancebreaker. Okay, Hilda, try to get some damage in while you tried. Move on up Yuri. And now it's time to see what all the enemies do. Try to go after Leone. It doesn't work out for them. A lot of damage coming in on Lysithea. We're going to need to heal her up. And Wolves coming on over to the right side. Okay, we're in a bit of a predicament over here. We can charge Wyleth right on in. She'll even be able to kill something in the back lines, perhaps making it a bit easier for herself to live. But she's in a pretty exposed position. If we can nail this Blaze, we might be able to keep enough units out of everyone's hair that we'll have a chance at this. Those mages are still quite concerning, since it's really hard to dodge magic attacks, even with all of Wyleth's avoidance. So let's see how this works out. Lawrence taking quite a bit of damage from that remaining mage. And Lawrence is the one that ends up dead. Alright, well, that plan won't work then. Let's back things up. I don't think that plan from Wyleth is going to work out. She's too exposed, and if we try to save her, Lawrence ends up getting killed. So we'll just pull back a whole lot, put Wyleth in the bushes. The mages won't be able to get to us. And now we'll see what played out over with Right Squad. Yuri coming on in with a Night Kneeler.
Who's next?
So he can move into the forest. We do have that wolf. It's very fast and very dangerous, so we need to figure out a way to crack down all these barriers.
Who, me?
We don't have the action economy to actually kill it this turn. So with Hilda's group flames, we'll actually be able to lock down that brawler for a second too. So that'll give us a little insurance if we can't finish it off. Get more Woot Steel out of that wolf. Raphael, fire away, and we nail it. So that brawler is out of the equation. Balthus, go on in. It is weak to lances. See what you can do with that killer lance. Just the bare minimum. Excellent. Lysithea, come on in. You have quite the powerful lance there, but you don't need it to crack down the health bar. There we go. Now we get to see how the enemy responds to this new version of events. Running straight the other way. Interesting. Helpful for left squad here in terms of moving forward, but I don't know that I understand the decision-making. Marianne taking a little bit of damage and a lot more from Poison Strike. Wolf coming in from the south against right squad. Okay, right squad's in some danger. We're going to have to blow some more gambits, I think, just to try and live.
Make him weak.
So, alright, I don't know that they're crying per se, Balthus, but that was very tactically helpful. Move on back. Lysithea, I think it's time to use a Lance of Ruin charge. There we go. Stick straight into the wolf. Very effective. And run away. Well, Raphael can maybe try to go for this kill. Curved shot on the mini bow hits a lot of the time. 98% with the trading bow sounds pretty good to me. There we go, Raphael.
Hit action.
Yes, indeed. You use the strength stat for attacks like that. It's good you know that. Steel gauntlets coming down from Lawrence. Isn't quite enough to take out the archer. Marianne should be able to get it now, though. Just a smash on the training axe, get the wooden mallet, and we win this game of whack-a-mole and get to level 19. Ooh!
Is this power really mine?
Yes, cherish that 11th point of strength. Leone, I think, can clean up this guy pretty easily. Easier than I thought, apparently.
I call that a win.
Again, we've gone over what the definition of a win is. You're not going to join the philosophy club with Balthus, are you?
Gotta use your head sometimes.
And Wyleth learned to dodge that gambit now, apparently. Wolf coming in through the forest, even though it doesn't benefit from that terrain. Now, Wyleth, we need you to provide linked attack support for everyone. I think she can live through that Mage in the Forest's attacks, so she's not super afraid standing here. She gets all of that avoidance out of the Gautier Knights. Nice of Sylvain to lend her that battalion, though he may have had ulterior motives in offering it. Now, Marianne, you're not in a good way. We need to clear out some units here, so blow them up. Alright, the wrath of Marianne has fallen upon them. Now we need to make sure no one comes for her, so that swordsman is still mobile, so let's get rid of him.
I'll celebrate later.
And Ignatz, we need you to clear up the swordsman that is right in Marianne's face, and a single punch will do it. Right, I think we're all safe. I guess we'll find out. Right squad still has a lot to deal with here. If Yuri can win this coin flip, that'll help a lot against the wolf. And of course, we lost. So run for your life, Yuri, in what I'm sure is a very literal sense. Lysithea also has an assault troop. Looks like a much more effective one. We'll equip the Stick of Ruin on her. Send that assault troop through. And, Claude, we need you to help out getting rid of the swordsman in front. So there goes 10 damage worth of wind. Can we nail the Thoron? We take it down to 7. And it looks like that wolf has to target Lysithea now, so that was why she had to go and get the gambit. Raphael gets extreme overkill in order to get to level 20. Well, magic is what you needed to do the thing that you're more trained in, relatively, and Claude is very proud that you learned some more letters of the alphabet, I guess. Allure misses Raphael since he is pretty clearly called to the dark side. You can't lure him away from it. Oh, Leone not satisfied to take it down to 1 HP. What would Gerald say if she didn't get this kill? There she goes, getting another one straight away. And some attacks coming in for Lysithea, and they don't kill her because it was a 68% chance to hit. Good dodge there from Wyleth, and she gets a counter. Okay, now Wyleth can be a little bit reckless. She can move all the way up here and start taking out some of these units in the central platform. It'll be a lot easier to take the boss out if it is not getting healed. Marianne, unfortunately, can't quite finish this off, but she can get a piddling amount of XP from dealing chip damage. Here goes Ignatz, who could have done the whole job himself.
I'll try even harder.
Try even harder to speak whole sentences? Okay, Claude can back up and engage the wolf. Ooh, single-digit criticals? Maybe you have been taking those lessons with Petra. Or whoever that mage in Abyss was at the beginning of the video. Alright, Hilda, we'll take a 68% shot. It's not funny, but it will break down the barrier. Now we gotta do something about this brigand over here. Raphael with the steel bow is something, but Raphael with the mini bow is 100% something. Even gets the poison strike, so now it is in distance of Yuri getting a kill. We'll go for the 63% axe hit again, I guess, and that didn't go great.
You sure?
I know. I never really was of that particular plan. We have Balthus to bail you out. So melee mini bow makes it happen. And, ooh, look at all this damage the Stick of Ruin does. Fancy. Alright, we are getting to the end of the mission here. So let's just see what XP we can get out of the remaining units. Here comes a huge critical out of Balthus, taking it down to 12. Which means we should be able to donate that experience to somebody that needs it. Lysithia both needs the experience and the axe experience if she's going to be a Fortress Knight. Here she goes to level 20.
I have to try harder.
Well, you don't have to try that much harder to have super hard defenses. Get a battalion level up on Raphael. Attack a little bit with Claude while still in a defensible position.
I will master this.
And Leone, authority level 3 isn't quite mastery, but I guess you're literally getting closer. I don't think S plus authority is really in the cards. Okay, repositioning. Now we have Mage we got to deal with. Here comes Balthus, gets the Crest activation so he can go back up to full HP. Move on down here, draw out another Mage. And fire away Lawrence to deal with this.
You can't compete with me.
Well, no, he's dead. I would hope that a corpse can't compete with you. Here's some repositioning and healing.
What do you think of doing? Don't get in the way of our duty.
Your duty? You're letting monsters wreak havoc on innocent people.
Shut it. It's got nothing to do with you.
I mean, the monsters did attack us, so I think that made it our business. Anyway, to answer your initial question, we're firing arrows at you to get skill experience, since you can't fire back, apparently, and you won't care to move. So Wylith can go ahead and fire away, and she chose not to steal all the experience from everyone by getting a critical hit. That was nice of her.
Now I'm even tougher.
Let's circle back on what toughness is. We'll need to consult Balthus and his philosophy club that comes up with all these definitions of things. He manages to live through those magical attacks. And only got a couple of wins left on Claude, so let's go for a Sagittae, dealing 4 damage.
Try and stop me.
And they did try and stop you, Balthus, literally with fire.
You're fresh out of luck.
And I guess when you're fresh out of luck, you die. Makes sense. We've seen that happen plenty of times with the low percentage criticals. Alright, Yuri. You can deal literal damage. Oh, wait. You have Night Kneeler. You can deal actual damage. So here it comes. Takes it down to 19. And gets Yuri to level 12. Maybe he won't be a wasted slot.
Luck is on my side.
But your luck didn't go up. Okay, Constance to level 10 means she can get a class upgrade.
Change truly an improvement?
No it isn't. Keen eye there, Constance. Pull on back Yuri. We'll move Marianne in to see what kind of damage she can deal. We'll Helm Split with the Steel Axe. That'll take it down to 11 and get Marianne some much-needed axe experience. Now, who do we want to get the kill? I guess Lawrence, since he isn't level 20 yet.
Gotta keep him
Level 22 on Leonie gets her even more speed.
Appreciate that.
Heal coming down on Ignatz. Okay, Lawrence. Let's do this thing. 2 shots takes it out. And you don't get the level.
Telling the Count.
No, Lawrence can take care of that. He'll tell him all about how he killed you.
That man mentioned the Count. What could Count Gloucester have to do with all this?
He's the father of the man that killed that guy. Who gets MVP but Lysithea from the Stick of Ruin.
Will the representatives of each house please make their way to the stage?
All right, here we get our ball to celebrate our paralogue victories. And it looks like Linhart and Felix are coming for us.
Very well.
All right, Bernie, you have stiff competition here. Let's see it. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. This is weird. A little. Yeah, glad we got to see that.
That's all, folks. Splendid. All 3 of you were fantastic. Now, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Wouldn't be surprised if we lost this, honestly.
I suppose I have no choice but to vote for the Golden Deer House.
Oh,
Keep
really?
practicing, and you could really shine out there.
Okay, so this is where Shamir votes for a different house to build tension,
Golden
right?
Deer House.
Wait, what?
The way
It
you
was
carried
unanimous?
yourself was striking.
I've literally never seen Shamir and Manuela vote the same way. Has that ever happened to you all?
The Golden Deer House.
I'll take it.
Are you sure?
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for sticking around through episode 7. I hope to see you in episode 8. Please subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss the next installment. See you all next time.